What is going on, my dudes? Fifth time's the charm. Tystra Daisetsu here, back again with another Genshin Impact video. And if you guys like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and as always, leave a comment about what you thought about today's video. Now today, I'm going to tell you about what I think about today's video because I'm going to hate the character we're talking about. We are doing another build guide, and it is a character that I don't like to use, but I can't say anything bad about her kit, and that is Diona. Now, the reason why I don't like Diona is because I find the character annoying AF. That's just me though, and it's nothing to say against the voice actors. I love you guys, you work so very hard. But Diona is one of those characters that I just can't fully get behind. However, there is no denying that this character is really good because of her capabilities, and we're going to showcase those today. So let's go ahead and let's get into it, okay? Now give me 1 second. I got my little notepad right here, and here we go. So first thing, let's look at what I got for her. I got a 21 to 64 kind of stat thing, which you would think is bad, but in my opinion, she's a support character, so you're not going to be using her to do crit rate, crit damage type of things. Her healing bonus is at 35% because of her circlet. I wanted to make sure to get that. She's got a decent amount of health with about 22,000 health, maybe 23,000. I gotta verify. Now again, you want to mainly focus with her when it comes to her stuff is HP and energy recharge. That's your main goals for this. So the higher HP you got, the better you're going to be, and having a decent good amount of energy recharge is going to work perfectly for you. Now, she gets 18% cryo damage bonus in general, but again, your damage is not going to be what you're focusing on when it comes to Diona. Her main weapon, I and many people say this, that sacrificial bow is her best weapon. After damaging an opponent with an elemental skill, the skill has an 80% chance to send its own to end its own cooldown. So you could use this twice. This is why the Sacrificial series is so good, because of what it could do. Now, why is this important? Well, you get more, shields, and you become more of a battery. So it's definitely worth it to be able to have that Sacrificial bow on her. Now again, you could use other bows like Favonius Warbow, Elegy of the End, but honestly, Sacrificial bow is the perfect weapon for her. Let's get into artifacts. Artifacts, I'm using a 4-piece Noblesse Oblige because I feel that that is her best set regardless. You're getting that elemental burst damage, which doesn't really help her too much, but what's really cool is that her 4-piece increases all party members' attack by 20% for 12 seconds. That's the important thing because she is going to be that support that your team is going to need. I feel that every team should have some character that is running a 4-piece Noblesse Oblige. Now, if we go into some of the artifacts, like I said before, your substats, you mainly want to focus on HP and energy recharge. But what about your main stats? So as you can see here, these artifacts are not exactly the greatest by any standard, but it's mainly meant to get as much HP into her as possible. Now, again, I'm not going to say these are the best, but these work. Her sands, you want to focus on HP percentage. Now, what I was just talking about with Diona is that you want to boost her HP up as much as possible. You could, in theory, also switch this for an energy recharge sands, but I'm going for as much HP as I possibly can. That's the goal. Now, your cup. I went with HP percentage again. You're not going to be focusing on damage here. So your main goal is to get as much HP built into Diona as humanly possible. Now, this one kind of rolled badly because I got HP percentage and then energy recharge. But most of my rolls look to have gone into defense percentage and crit damage. So that's a rip on me. But as long as I get that HP percentage, that's all that matters to me. And then, of course, for your circlet, you want to go healing bonus. And this one was actually the better of my artifacts with her because of the energy recharge and the HP percentage. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Let me get a swig. So, let's go ahead and talk about talents here. Now, your main goal is to level up these two talents here. These are the most important. With your Icy Paws, you are basically creating a shield it absorbs off the scale of Diona's max HP. So the more HP she has, the more your shield is going to absorb the damage. Now, this is what's really cool about Diona, because she also has a burst that heals. And with your energy recharge constantly going off, your burst is going to come back consistently and give you the heals that you need consistently. That's the good thing. But here's the funny thing about Diona, is that you don't even need to use the burst unless it's under extreme circumstances where you do need the HP. Because her shield does all the work for the least amount of cooldown, especially with Sacrificial Bow on her. It's fantastic. So your main goal, I would say, is to get your skill and your burst up as high as possible. I'm not putting any more into it. I could, but I'm not going to. Don't do this to me. I'm not going to crown her. But what's really cool is also her Constellations. Now, if we talk about Constellations, we got to talk about how her Icy Paws is going to be increased by 15%, but increases the damage absorption by 15% as well, which is fantastic. Like, it's really, really great in general. Additionally, when paws hit their targets, creates a shield for other nearby characters on the field with 50% of the Icy Paws shield damage. So, think of it like, if you're in multiplayer, Diona is your best bet. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I hate Diona, but I know how good she is, and which is why I still need to finish her up and get her to level 90. Now, she also has this one, which is Diona's charge time on aimed attacks is reduced by 60%. Her charge attacks you're not even going to worry about doing because she's not going to be on the field for that long. And then, of course, you have this, which increases incoming healing bonus by 30% when HP falls below or equal to 50%. So you're going to get a giant bump in your HP percentage when you activate your burst if you're below 50%. So that's going to work. And then Elemental Mastery increased by 200 when HP is above 50%. So long as you keep your HP above 50%, your Elemental Mastery is going to do fantastic, and you're going to do even more damage. Now, we're going to showcase two teams here, and one of these teams I showcased in the last showcase, but I didn't showcase what Diona could do when it comes to her, like, whole kit. So that's what we're going to focus on right now, is we're not going to focus on doing as much damage as humanly possible. First, we're going to showcase what she's able to do with her shield. And I kind of just want to show it just because it's fantastic what she's able to do with it. So we're going to come over here. And again, as I stated before, I don't like this character. However, she's busted. She's really, really good. And that's what sucks for me, is because I hate a character that's really, really good. So, first things first. Obviously, she has her charge shot, which is whatever. But our main goal right now is to activate it. And then what we're going to do, we're going to activate the shield right there. And we're going to showcase it with Ayaka. See how she's absorbing damage? Now watch. She only took 9,000 there from the damage, which is not bad. But here's the thing, too, is that you could also, like I was saying before, you get the shield back. Boom. Easy peasy. You're charging your battery. And then, of course, like I said before, she's going to basically, like, absorb incoming damage. Now, again, the main thing with Diona is getting that shield back. So you get that. You can activate it twice to get your ult. And then now watch. You activate this. Look at this healing right here. Her healing is actually really good for ticks. And you have the shield so that you could take those hits right off the bat and absorb the heals. So now, I'm going to go ahead and teleport out just so that way we can get out of the battle and we can restart. But that's just to showcase what she's able to do when it comes to damage and, like, absorption. She's basically the queen of it. And I hate saying that because, again, it all boils down to the fact that she can heal and she can shield. So, it's really just, she's way too good, in my personal opinion. Like, way too good, and I hate the fact that she's so good. And honestly, I'm going to have to use her more because of the fact that she does well, and I'm going to have to redo her artifacts to get that HP percentage up more so I can absorb even more damage. Because this isn't even her final form, guys. She could do so much more when it comes to that. This team is one of her best team comps because of the fact of her synergy between all the characters. So, we're going to go ahead and activate that. Gonna activate a little bit of this. Okay. And then, boom. Activating. So, overall, you saw the damage, but I didn't take any damage myself. And then we're gonna showcase this again. Like, look at that. The whole time this character was hitting me, I wasn't taking any damage. Now, Let's go ahead and activate ult. Why did I throw my ult all the way over there? We're going to heal Xingqiu here real quick. And it heals to 100% regardless. Now, I'm getting 3k per tick, which is not fantastic, but it's definitely great when you look at Diona's skills in general. So we're going to grab the shield. There we go. Boom. So I was able to absorb that damage easily with Diona there. So we're going to go ahead and teleport back away, right? We're going to showcase the other team that I want to kind of show off. And this, again, is not really a change, except for we're switching Mona with Xingqiu. Now, the whole point of switching Mona with Xingqiu is to go for the nuke build, which is what we're going to try and do. Now, granted, I'm not that good, so please don't, judge me. I'm terrible. But the main showcase today was to show off Diona's ability to shield and ability to heal, because that is what she's built for. She is not meant to be a DPS character. Now, can you make her a DPS character? Absolutely. Would I suggest it? Absolutely not. You could run other really good artifact sets alongside her, like two-piece Emblem of Severed Fate and two-piece Tenacity, and that'll work pretty well as well. So let's go ahead and get this. Activate that. And then, of course, boom. And then we were able to keep our HP because of Diona's shield in general. And again, that just shows how strong her shield was. Granted, it didn't last the longest, but as you saw, we were able to really just put the damage on the Animo Hypostasis. And I use the Animo Hypostasis a lot as my thing, but it's the fact that you could see that it's a neutral element in that sense, and it works out perfect. So, overall, what would I rate Diona? She's one of the best 4 stars in the game, and I can't lie about it. As much as I dislike her as a character, I can't lie about Diona's utility and ability to be able to keep your characters safe. And that's the ultimate thing, is that she is the character that you want to use when you're exploring new areas, when you're, unsure about certain enemies, because you could learn from the enemy while also having your shields, having your heals, and being able to be that battery so that you could get all of your ults back in general. What would I rate her? Honestly, as much as annoying as I find her, I'm going to have to give her an 8 out of 10 for being one of the best 4 stars in the game. She is literally in the categories of the Bennett's, the Xingqius, the Zhanglings, and there's no denying it. I hate saying it, but it's straight facts. It's facts. She's just that good. Now, let me know in the comments below if you think I'm capping, or if you think or if you agree with me in that sense. Because honestly, I would love to hear you guys' opinion on Diona, especially since I'm one of the people who finds her the most annoying, and a lot of people find her cute. But again, it is what it is. She's great. Definitely need to finish up with her level ups and stuff. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We will be back again with another Genshin Impact video, either this week or next week. I'm still waiting on news to come out for certain things. So once I know about some new stuff, you guys will actually get shorts sent out as soon as possible about any new information coming in. And then we'll do another video shortly afterwards. Once again, guys, love you all to death. And as always, we will catch you guys in the next video. Take care and be safe.